Welcome everybody to the start of season number 5 of our CITTADELLA career mode. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, today we start off season 5 and I do want to talk about a quite important topic before I start talking about the transfer window. There is not too much we do in the transfer window, so it's cool. But yeah, I want to really start by taking like 1 or 2 minutes to talk about an important topic. That topic is the following. The season 4 was very disappointing for me. Not results wise, I just want to have nothing to do with the relegation zone, and we did hit we achieved our goal. We did even a lot more. We were, I think, in 3rd place not that long ago, so I even had a chance to get Champions League football. At least it seemed good that we could at least qualify for EuroLeague football, which would have been an amazing result, considering of course it was our first season in the first league. In the end, of course, this one episode, mainly this one, the last 2, but mainly the last one, where we had 7 games, and in these 7 games in a row we had 6 losses and 1 draw, 1 out of 21 points, and so dropped down to I think in the 13th. But it was extremely disappointing to see that our players are not growing, and that's the thing. Season 4 really showed the following problem. We do still have a lot of players in our squad that they even often use that have not a potential of 80 or more, so have a potential of less than 80, and that is not good. And even the players with big potentials, we do have a lot of players with like 87, 88 plus potential, even 90 plus potential, like Yildiz, Balkurt, Kutsoglu, Dennis Kaplan. These players are not really growing for some reason. Balkurt, I was really sure he would hit at least the 80, probably even with a bit of training could go up to 81, 82. I think he hit 78 or 79, we can actually have a check be fast. I think he is also just gone up like twice. Yeah, 79, he is also just gone up like twice, maybe 3 times. Koksuka gone up I think only twice from 76 to 78. Kaplan gone up once or twice, so the growth from the big potential players is very low. Then we still have a lot of players that have no potential whatsoever, not high potential, but basically have no potential, not even showing great potential, which is really bad. And of course, we would say, okay, then just sell these players and bring in new players. But on our shortlist, we are scouting non-stop the whole world for 16 to 20-year-old Greek, Turkish and Romanian players, and currently on my shortlist I have only 2 players that I would consider buying. The one dude is, I think his name was Antonopoulos, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm talking about the goalkeeper we had in season 1 and 2, and I think 3-2, before he decided to leave, so in the first 2 to 2.5 seasons. And I'm just thinking about buying him back as second choice goalkeeper, because I think he has better potential than our current second choice goalkeeper. Just go for a swap deal because they're probably worth the same. Sign him as backup goalie and then think about if I put in my second choice team. So whenever I play with my first choice team, use Yildiz. Whenever I play with my second choice team, use him. The other option is Kyriakou, a backup striker who is I think 69 weighted, who has shown great potential, not more but also not less. And he has very good physical stats, would have the best physical stats of all of players if you sign him, but some bad other stats. So the only 2 players that I'm currently 5 seasons in thinking about signing are a backup striker that I actually don't really like that much, and a backup goalkeeper that in the best case maybe plays a few games. This, I think, shows how bad the situation is, and not only do we have problems in our squad, current players, and the core is not there, and we cannot really buy anybody because nobody is interesting. Also, our youth squad last season did a huge, a very bad job. The only player I think we signed up was Asker, and even though it's not too difficult to bring in players, it's not working out because, again, especially the physical stats. We are 5 seasons in now, and they are just begun for 4 full seasons. And I think we still haven't found anybody with very good pace. I think the fastest player we have is like 82 in X-Ration Invincible, also like low 80. Kyriakou would be the best player because he has like mid to high 80. But that's it. 4 seasons in, non-stop scouting with 3 scouts, signing up everybody who has potential, and to find player with potential is very easy. There are a few players, especially would not include, what the fuck, the midfield, because in the midfield I'm still happy because I think Kaplan, Kokusuku, Mikia, they still did grow quite a lot. Not ratings wise but quality wise, so I'm still very happy with them, and we have a lot of options there, a lot of backups and a lot of potential players. But we especially talk about the left back, the right back backup, the whole center back position, and the whole attack, where we are missing pace, where we're missing backups, and where we're missing potentials. And yeah, because of this, I've made a few small decisions. First of course, I thought this career mode would go 6 to 8 seasons. We are now starting season 5. We are 2021, and when we are 50 episodes in, and I don't want to probably make 100 episodes. Of course, I will do it if I still have fun after 100 episodes, but I do think if nothing really changes and the squad is not changing because there are no interesting players from our youth squad or in the world, and of course we're still playing the same league with the same teams, and our squad is not changing that much, also because the growth isn't there, then at some point it's just getting boring. And I think if nothing really changes in this season, then I will just start simulating a lot more. We'll go through seasons a lot quicker, just that if in one season nothing happens, I will try to go maybe through 3 seasons a lot quicker, so that then maybe we have seen some growth. And yeah, my decision basically is mainly that I'm gonna simulate a lot more games, especially, or maybe end the game mode before we have won the big titles, in case this situation is not changing, that the growth is not there, that the youth players are not good enough, and that on the world there are not good players. If this situation is not changing, because it is frustrating me a lot, then I will either end the series before I've won something big, or I will just simulate, maybe just like skip 2 seasons, just calendar simulate 2 seasons and then start again. So I don't know, but right now I'm not happy. I mean, if you look at the shortlist, Banagur is actually the name. I've been thinking about it. What is his potential? I think he does not even have potential anymore. Oh, fuck's sake. No, then there is not even a goalkeeper. Maybe Radu, but he also, I don't think has potential. Oshto, I will try to sign him back. I will give my best in quiet, just see if I am allowed to, but he only has shown great potential, which is very sad. And the only other good player is Satoru Kiraku, who is actually 71 rated, but he has no finishing, no passing. Short pass actually good, but just because of pace, stamina and stuff. And I think he has showing great potential. He's tall. He does not even have potential. So 2 players I was interested in, I'm not interested anymore. So right now, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know. So yeah, I will just go for stuff. I will quickly show you what games there would be in this month. There aren't games next month. Only Juventus would be the game that I would think about. So I think I will go for at least the first month, maybe even until the game against Juve. And just see if there will be something happening. But I don't think I will tell you too much, to be honest, because again, I don't think there's anything very interesting happening for you guys, or at least the most things that happen are not gonna be too interesting. So I don't know. Yeah. Right now, I'm not happy with the current situation. Alright, guys, our current transfer listed or loan listed players: Cartel, Turgoglu, Batur. Of course, not the Batur we are using, but the different Batur. Because he is low work rates, that's why I don't use him. Basically, every player that I'm sure, even if he would go, I would not use him. Turgoglu because he has not potential. Cartel has, I think, just 1 star weak foot, then low. Turgoglu low rated. Palis has nothing too interesting on him and low. Taturis, of course, because he's not really growing, because his defending skills are good and his physics stats are not growing, and we do have enough other choices. Zayemis, because we don't need him and he is too low rated. Dinesco, no potential. Zari, I think it was his work rates. Yeah, 1 star weak for 2. Medium, not too amazing. Georgiades, no potential. Tilea is too low rated, the same for the other 2 goalies. Gori, of course, because of 1 star weak foot, but I cannot sell him yet, that's why he's loan listed, but I would sell him. Tarantaris, I do have some hope because he has some decent pace, stamina is also not too bad. He did grow a lot last season, he did grow +5 or 6 I think. Has some interesting stats, I mean he has point roll, crossing, dribbling, finishing, all is very nice. High, low, 3 star, so if he can grow a game +5, 6, he is somebody I would maybe consider using. Selleck, I'm not sure still if I would loan him out or keep him, but I think I will loan him out. Manakis, I do have some hope because he is not fast enough, but he has some inner things, high-low, 2-star weak foot. If he goes fast enough, I would think about it at least. Godriano, we don't need him right now, he would be our third choice, but he has huge potential with 92 to 94, I think. Yeah, that's it. We have 5 players on the loan list and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 transfer listed players. We have 44 players in our squad, 13 we want to sell. And then we would be at 31 and 5 we want to loan out, we are 26. Next up, I will have a look at my shortlist and of course remove everybody who has no potential anymore. Alright guys, these are the players that still have potential. In the goal position we have Beatrice and Radu. Radu of course very interesting, he does not even show potential. I mean he has not even potential, but he needs to have at least 80. Because right now it's basically it does not say he has showing great potential. That would mean he will never grow again in his rating, because he has not even 80 potential even though he's 79 rated. Doesn't make sense. I still decided to keep him in the team on the shortlist just because he is by far the best player. Osho of course who we're trying to sign, showing great potential, I would love to get him back. Then we have Niague who for some reason even though he's low rated he did not grow and he's already 20, still has showing great potential. Kalis has showing great potential, he is kinda interesting. I don't care that his pace is not that good, but he has some good stats, and if only he would grow, because also high, he has to grow. Kalivas is just not interesting, but he has is an exciting prospect actually. Österun is one of the players I've actually kind of thought about, because he really reminds me of like a Maximilian Mouya to Dennis Kaplan type of player. Medium, 4-star weak foot. Can kinda pass and has showing great potential. We don't need a center mid, but if so, he would probably be the most interesting player. Deligianis has showing great potential for some reason, even though he's not really growing. Then we have Mulvila still on here, who I would actually even consider maybe signing back if he would still grow. Because medium low is not amazing, but he has decent enough pace. If he can grow, I would consider it. And Kiriakou. But right now I'm not really going for him. He actually not has potential. He does not even have potential. Yeah. So we have 3, 6, 8, 9. I think 9 players on here. And the only really interesting ones are Özcoy, Radu and Österun. Yeah, it's disappointing. I will have a look, maybe we are lucky and can actually find somebody for once, but if not, then at the moment I can tell you I would not sign anybody. And currently on our youth squad we don't have anybody, so currently it looks like again in this transfer window we only try to get out bad players, but there's nobody interesting enough for us to be interested in signing him, and that's disappointing. I think we still need one more 5-star scout. Let's see if we can find one this time. Nope, so we're still looking for one, but except of this there's nothing really want to do. Just a budget if you want to have a look. He just got 4.75, so basically nothing. I'm probably just gonna spend the money on buying a youth scout, and that's basically it. We can actually have a look at the expectations. So you of course quote to youth players at least 10 points. I will do that in case there is somebody interesting. If there is somebody interesting, of course it's not a problem. We want to have at least one player from the youth academy signed, blah blah. Yeah, again, if there's somebody interesting I can do it, otherwise I can't increase. That should not be a problem, especially if we can qualify for European football, which should be possible in the next 2 seasons. 3 million, that should also not be a problem, because we don't really want to sign anybody and we want to sell a few players within 2 seasons. Increase club with by 50%, that's quite a lot, so I'm not sure if that's possible. Finish in the EuroLeague spot, yeah, so critical goal, the short term no problem, the long term we'll see. Bank exposure is not going to be a problem, and youth development depends on if there's somebody interesting, and domestic success also shouldn't be the biggest problem. We can actually have a look. Right now, I can't look at the expectations. Okay, I have to go for a few days and then I can see what the expectation is and what the current club width is, and see if 50% is a lot or not. Training wise, I decided to start of course again with the goalie and end with the striker, and will train first of all every first choice player to an 80. Goalkeeper is 80, right back is an 80, that's why Backward has 1 slot. His crossing is already at 86 or so, his defending is high 80, that's why I decided training on tripling. Jarisis isn't 80 yet of course, so I train him. His passing is not good enough. Tripling is okay, so I decided to train him in defending and crossing and passing. Center backs, the thing is, Kyriako, I don't know where to train him. His defending skills are rated at 90 and the starter sets wouldn't improve his rating good enough. Sarre has no potential, that's why he skipped the center back position and straight gone to the CDM. Where we have to train Mikir, his tech is amazing, but the other stats have to improve in defending, and he's decided to train his dribbling too. So this is going to be the training until one of them hits the 80, and the third player who is probably going to do that also quite soon is Baikut, because he only has to improve one of these stats and then he is 80 weighted. So yeah, Baikut will do it soon, and whenever Baikut will do it, I will either give the slot also to Mikir or I will give it to Koklitsoglu. Dennis is of course already plus 80, so then we go to the attackers. But I think I would just give it to Mikir too, because he has the core plus 5, so he still needs a lot of core. Preseason tournament, let's see how much money we can get. 4.75 is the most. I don't care about the team, so I will take the one with the most money. I mean, if we can win it, we would actually double our current budget. That would be a lot. Let's see if I can now have a look at the current thing. No, I can't. When is the point where I can actually have a look at the current club worth and stuff? I knew that's gonna happen, I told you. It does make sense, but of course it says he recently joined, so told you it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen in one and a half season again in next transfer window. If in January I would ask for it, they again would say the same thing. It does make sense, but who cares? They would still say the same thing. I can't really do anything about it. So we have Kaimak, I have to remember these names, Kalivas and Kartal. So of course the last thing we have to talk about kinda about the transfers, considering the transfers we're gonna do, is of course the loaned out players, what we're gonna do with them. So Kartal is back, he's the most interesting one. Because, gentlemen, we can actually go to names because all of them start with K, I think. With Kalivas, Kartal and Kaimak, yeah. So we have Kartal, who is 75 weighted, young, and I think he had potential. Yeah, potential to be special. He has not the best pace and not the best minute stats, but he has some great stats, medium, low, one side weak foot. Now the thing is, I like him a lot, and he did core a lot, and I would maybe think about using him. The big problem for me is the one side weak foot. One side weak foot as winger is just for me a no-go. Because of this, I decided to loan him out again. If we talk about Kaimak, we don't need him, he didn't core enough, low, medium. He's exciting prospect, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. To be honest, because right now we wouldn't get too much money, I actually will loan him out again. Exciting prospect, maybe he cores a lot and then we can sell him for more. We don't need the money now. Kalivas, I don't know why he went to Juve, has some very good stats. Hylo is also not too bad, but he has a lot of bad stats too. He has potential to be special, so I'm gonna loan out two of them again. Actually, I basically loan out every single one of them. We'll see if they can core again, but yeah. That's basically what I'm gonna do for now. We need to improve it by 50%, so we need to improve it by basically to 80 million, 70. We need to improve it basically to 70 million. Projection is 60, so if you have a good season, I don't think 50% is gonna be too difficult. Our group in the preseason tournament, Almeria, Zaragoza and Sevilla Atletico. The first, of course, two teams are Spanish. Sevilla Atletico sounds very Spanish because Sevilla and Atletico. I don't know, man. I can't really tell you if they are a Spanish team or not. It would say either Spanish or probably Argentinian. I don't know for sure. We should win these easily because our team is much higher weighted. We really should not struggle, and yeah, we have Turksan getting a yellow card, but Miyakir and then Koklitsoglu with the penalty. Goichebe getting subbed in, they got an injury, Batur subbed in the last few minutes. Can we get a clean sheet? Back of yellow, Panagos makes it 3-0 after he just got subbed in 1 minute before. Donko Tsafak is now actually playing for Zaragoza. Easy 3-0 win to start off. We only need to win one of the remaining 2 games and we are definitely gonna go through. So yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. I don't know, if I look at the names, they can, I guess they're Spanish, I don't know for sure. Turkislam with a goal, injury again on their side. We're almost through the first half. We are through the first half. We have Pangradio getting subbed in for Kyriako and getting a yellow card. Panagos getting subbed on. Koklitsoglu missing a penalty this time, but just slowly afterwards. Shortly afterwards, Savoi with the second. Goichebe getting subbed in. We do concede for the first time, but it's another win. Therefore, with 6 points, we are already through. I mean, it should be at least. If there was a winner, if the one team who won the first game also won the second one, or if there was a draw, we are through, and there was a draw, so we are already through. The last game in the group stage, again we have 6 points, they have 4, third place has 1, we are definitely second place, and if we do not lose this game, so we only need a draw, we're definitely gonna be first place too. The interesting thing is, normally always it's my players getting injured, but this time in all 3 games we have played, there was at least one injury, and it's always the opponent, one of the opponent's players. Kablan with a gold, Savoi with a yellow card, Panagos is in, Savoi scores a second, they get a red card. Last 2 minutes we're gonna win this. Are we considering? Nope. So 3-0 win, a 2-1 win, and 2-0 win. We scored 7 goals, conceded 1, got 3 wins in the semi-finals against Chavez. That's an interesting name. And we got 1.25 million. That's a decent amount, I would say. Now the semi-finals against Chavez. I guess they're either a Spanish, South American or Portuguese team. A second choice team because our first team is side, and we got a message from one of our first team players that he wants a break and he needs a break, and so I just thought, okay. Second choice team should still probably be good enough. Panagos with yellow card, Gyoko scoring just before time, so we took the lead. It looks good. Of course, Dimitri now in here. Gyoko with a penalty scoring a second. Kablan got subbed in for Panagos. We're gonna win this, going into the final. Can we get another clean sheet? Yes. 4 games, 4 wins, 9 goals scored, only 1 goal conceded. So yeah, we are easily going through this. And we got a transfer for Yildiz, okay. Prize money 1.5. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final. They did win the games in the group stage, but only got a 2-1 after penalties in the semi-finals. If I look at the kit numbers, it looks like they're kind of playing with a second choice team here and there. We have a full fit first choice team. I would say it should be a win for us. They do actually score the first time we are behind, but Kablan with the equalizer. Panagos in for Kablan, Dimitrios in for Kyriakou. Does make sense, but Charisi scores doesn't also not make sense. Why would you sub off a very low weighted right back for a high weighted center back? But we do win. We did concede 2 goals, we scored 11, did win all 5 games up to 90 minutes. Then, gentlemen, we have won the preseason tournament, and then therefore we will get the last 2 million and we basically just doubled our budget. We did see quite a lot of curve already. We have Yildiz who already gone up once, 97 kicking now. We have Baikuto already gone up once, 80 weighted. Kyriakou already gone up once, he is now 77 weighted, 95 short pass. Charisi is already gone up once himself, he is now 77 weighted with 85 acceleration. Now he's getting pacey, that's cool. Mikia already gone up once himself, he's now 76 weighted. Kuklitsuk already gone up himself, he's now 79 weighted, finishing already +3. Longshot +2 to 99. Miyaki already gone up once, Spencer +2, very nice, some other good stats are going up, 75 weighted, and Longshot +2 to 95. We have Panagos already going up, he has now 96 punctual and 92 finishing, 77 weighted. Dimitri backup right back did go up, 87 heading now. Some other good curve, 72 weighted. Gyoko gone up once, 76 weighted now, with 90 ball control now, not bad, and Longshots also at almost 90. And then a few other not too important players. Dari, a lot of curve, I mean, Sentek already +4, he's 64 weighted now. Toguglu gone up once, he's 60 weighted with some decent curve. Atu gone up once, 71 weighted. Toguglu gone up once, 72 weighted. Kodriano gone up once, 72 weighted. Antes gone up once, 73 weighted, that's important for us because we of course use this dude. 90 long shots now and 97 agility. Asuka already gone up twice. This is the potential. We did not train him once, only 1 month in, and he did go up twice in 1 month. And look at the growth. He's freaking amazing. Hopa gone up once, Kaimak gone up once, he's now with 85 long pass, not bad, 76 weighted, 67. And last but not least we have Kalivas who did go up once to 90, 70 of course. Alright guys, we're now on the day of the first real game in this season at home against Pisa in the Italian Cup. We're of course gonna simulate this game, but not in this episode. I will end the episode here, probably not too long, but next episode, of course, we're gonna end that once a window. I just want to make a quick roundup. So there's still nobody interesting. I told you the curve. I did make all the scouting. I still was not able to find a 5-star 5-star scout. We can have one last look. Nope. I did look in this episode at least 5 times at least. Something I actually realized, I said we have to go up to like 70. Our club have already gone up to 60 and predictions are 80. So we already in this month are gone up by way more. I mean, we have gone through 1.5 months. And we have already done half of the way. We have done already like 25%, I think. We can maybe see if it shows us. No, it doesn't show. Wait, no. Yeah, we already did 62% of this goal in 1.5 months, so easy. What we are gonna have a look at, ladies and gentlemen, is first of all we're gonna have a look at the current transfers. And then we're gonna have a look at the calendar and see what the games we play. So what have I done already? Of course, there were like, I think, 11 players we want to sell and 5 we want to loan out, or something like this. We have done the following transfers yet. We loaned out Zalik for 1 year to Middlesbrough. Wasn't sure about Middlesbrough, but we also got an offer, for example, for a random player, bad player from Man U. And I said it, this year I will not loan out players to teams that I think they won't play. Because last year we loaned out Kalivas, this dude, to Juventus. He didn't play there and didn't really score that much. We loaned him out to Invincible. He's 77 rated, he should play there. We loaned out, and look at the wage difference, that's huge. We loaned out Kalivas to, I don't know what club this is, to be honest. Do you know what club this is? Some team in the second league. We loaned, we sold Dinesco for his value to Pescia. We loaned out Kaimak, wage also a lot higher, to Pescara. We loaned out Cartel again to Salerno for the second time. Alright, we then, wait, I'm sorry, this is the other Cartel, not the white mid, but the white winger, and this time we didn't loan out, but we sold. I'm just retarded. So yeah, loan, sell, sold, loan. We sold him one a little bit less than his value. Santages got loaned out to Bari for 1 year, and last but not least we have Lugano, who got sold, Zayemis, who got sold to Lugano for a little bit less than his value. Therefore our wage profit is quite high, budgeted quo, and currently in our squad we only have 31 players now, and we still have 7 players we want to sell and 2 we want to loan out. So we sold off 3 out of 5, and we sold, I guess, 4 out of 7 or so. There's still a lot of players we want to sell and loan out, but when we did all these, I mean, 1.5 seasons in, we have done a lot, so I guess it should not be a problem to at least loan out 1 of these 2 and sell like 3 of these. So I think at least 4 more things we can do. Would be cool if we could like go down to not more than 35 players in this transfer window. Yeah, the last thing we're gonna do, actually just so I don't know why I'm doing this, but last thing I want to do real quick is have a look at the calendar, show you what we're gonna do next episode. Next episode then, gentlemen, we're gonna simulate against Pisa, we're gonna simulate against Dorito, and I guess I'm gonna play against Juve. I might simulate it, I'm not sure yet. I have to decide, but I probably will play, so I guess I will simulate the first 2 play against Juve, and then the next month we have 3 simulation games. I mean, I will maybe play against Lazio, but I probably will simulate it. We also have nothing too interesting here, so I think actually maybe I will decide next episode to simulate Pisa, Torino, and play against Juve. Then show you quickly what other transfers we still have done in these like 2.5 weeks. Go into September, simulate the full 3 games. Go to October and simulate everything until Napoli. I would simulate 2, 5, 6 league games, 1 cup game, and play 1 league game. I might do that. I will really go through things quickly. I definitely don't want to have another like 15 episodes for the season. I definitely, at least with episode 60, want to finish the season, because there are also no international competition. So yeah, I will probably go through things quickly and simulate quite a lot next episode. If you did enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen, it would be cool if you could smash the like button. Next episode, I guess, is out in 3 days, because tomorrow I will probably continue with our book. In 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start the new career mode. I did make the video last Friday, of course. Tomorrow, when this video is coming out, is Thursday. So on this Saturday, in 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, Bookstall is playing in Udinese, that's cool. In 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, I will start the new career mode. So you have time until tomorrow, Friday, and then you had 8 days. Basically, from Friday to Friday, basically 8 days, you had to tell me what team. If you don't care, then I will just take whatever team I feel like, and I think Portsmouth would be the team I choose. Portsmouth or Yeovil, one of these 2. I think there's nothing left to say, so yeah, if you want to see more, look forward to the next episode, subscribe to not miss it. We'll see you tomorrow with our book, episode 2 of season 2. I hope you look forward to that. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye.